as far as we're concerned.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Get in here. Welcome to the episode of The Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. I'm joined by a very dear special guest, Miss Kimberly Jones, Miss Kimberly Dooley. She is the CEO, the founder, the creator, all that and more of PageForYourSay.com. How are you doing tonight, Miss Kimberly?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am awesome. I am great. I'm so pleased that you are here. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you guys know you've been seeing me post various informations on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram about this survey, market research surveys. It's called PageForYourSay.com. And Ms. Kimberly, like I said, is the creator of the whole network, the whole business. She's an expert actually in doing so. And actually, Ms. Kimberly, how long have you been doing the surveys?
I did my first one in 1992.
1992. Wow.
So I've been almost 30 years.
So some of the viewers probably wasn't even born.
Right. Right. So yeah, I did my first one then. It was back when people used to actually buy the newspaper and read a paper newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an ad. It was for being paid $40 to talk about pantyhose for an hour. So I'm like, $40 for an hour. I was so excited, so impressed. Had no idea what it was. I showed up. We talked about pantyhose, and I walked away with a $40 check. So that's where it all began.
It all began there. Wow.
Yes.
So what? First of all, is this something that you do full time?
Well, I do the course full time, but I do focus groups. I've been doing them for 30 years, probably the last 20 years doing them really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is always $1,000 a month. I always meet that or exceed it. So it's definitely a part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know some people that's their full-time job.
Okay. Now prior to you coming into this exclusive, what was your background? What did you like when you grew up and said, okay, I want to be this when I grow up, and then you started your career? What was that?
So I've been a real estate agent for the last since 2007.
Okay.
And then for the past 8 years, up until last summer, I was a regional manager for a real estate auction company. We sold foreclosures on the courthouse steps. So it was all real estate related. I was still always doing the surveys, but real estate's in my blood. So I still do real estate, but surveys, I've never stopped doing that. So, and actually still I teach a CE course, a continuing education course on how to buy properties at auction. So I do that through a real estate school 2 or 3 times a month. Actually, I have one tomorrow. So
okay.
All real estate.
So keeping pretty busy. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's great that you're doing that, because I'm a firm believer. There was a saying somewhere I read that most millionaires have 7 streams of income. So right. We just building on and reaching our empire and getting closer to our dreams of getting there. That's awesome. So what inspired you to start PageForYourSay.com?
So I've always wanted to help people. And I would tell them about these groups, and I would help them get into the groups. And so my friends and family would always say, well, why don't you, ask for a referral fee or something? And that's just not in me to do that. And I didn't want to do that. So I was taking a lot of time out of my day, calling people, helping them get into groups. And then actually a friend and a family member said, you should actually create a business out of this, because it was taking a lot of time and it was really unorganized. So about 1.5 years ago, a little more than that, almost 2 years ago, I decided to put this course together and have it all centralized where it's easy for people to learn how to do these surveys. And I really don't like to say surveys because that kind of gets a bad rap. It's actually focus groups. Surveys kind of denotes like it's, something where you're earning points or $1 or $2. So it's actually focus groups.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, well, guys, if you want to take part or participate in her focus groups and learn take her course. The information is scrolling across the bottom of the right there, paidforyoursay.com, and you're going to enter promo code Tony150 to receive a huge discount on her course. Now, I've taken your course. I learned about your course about, I want to say, a month ago through Craig.
Yes.
And everyone, I'm late. Is it with me? Okay, wonderful. Welcome. And I said I learned about it through Craig the writer steward, and a dear friend of mine, and I was just blown away with what I was hearing from him. Because for Craig to tell his viewers that he and Carlton went on a vacation, I think it was to Mexico, and had no out-of-pocket expenses, and all the money that they used to spend and pay for their trip came from doing the market research groups and the surveys and everything. I was like, what? Is this for real?
Yeah, and I met Craig about 5 years ago. We actually worked together at the auction company I'm telling you about. And that was during my phase where I was just trying to help people. So I was telling him about them and how to get into them. And he was doing them then. And then we lost touch for a little bit. And then I started following him on Facebook and sending him surveys to fill out again. And then he gets quite a few of them now. I think he's really good at answering the questions. So yeah, I had sent him one for, it was like $600. And people came to your house. It was really kind of odd. I had done it also. They really just wanted to get like your design style and how you're spacing out your furniture. And they were just taking pictures and videos, and it was $600 to do nothing. So wow. I think that kind of ignited his interest in doing them again.
I know that's right. $600.
Yeah.
Picture my house any day.
Exactly.
Now, in your course, because from my understanding, your course is not like when I took the course, it's not set up where some people say, well, how long is the course? And it's actually, you actually go through your whole program in like 2 hours, even less than that, because what her program consists of is I think it's 15 or 16 videos. Mm-hmm. And each video basically explains to you how to fill out the surveys, how to answer the questions, how to do the questionnaires, what to say, what not to say, how to say them, and the difference between this and this and this type of survey.
Right.
And how to analyze, what they're looking for, how to respond to the questions. And because of that, it makes it easy for you to get accepted.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So that's one thing I really liked about taking your course and your program. So is there anything else you want to tell about your course, or because I basically just said it, but you want to tell me more about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's broken down into, I think, 16 modules. I just start out by explaining what market research is, why they will pay you for that. And yeah, going through the different ones. It could be Zoom, in person, there's shop alongs, there's in-home, there's ones you can do from your phone on an app. I have some sample questionnaires on there, just kind of showing people how to go through the questionnaires. And so it's just as important to know what not to say as it is what to say. So that's really what the course is about. And then I also have the list of 50 companies for you to sign up with. That takes some time, but once you do that, you're done with that. And then I think one of the biggest values is the Telegram group chat. It might be 300 people in there as of today. So there's 300 people in this chat, and all they do is post groups for you to qualify for. They ask questions. It's really supportive. Some people that's just what they do. They go to that group chat and they just fill out their surveys from there. And then I also have a Facebook group too, where it's kind of the same. It's not quite as interactive, but I post groups over there. And then I do 2 Zoom calls a week for those that might be struggling a little bit or just have some questions. And we're always able to get through those in the Zoom call, because it's usually, whatever it is, it's fixable. Right. So that's the good thing.
I remember when I first hit you up on Facebook, you had asked the question, well, basically, what are my goals? And I said, well, my goal is, I don't know, because, people can't visualize the unexpected, or, if they've never had it, you can't visualize it. So I remember telling you that my reality was I was looking for and hoping for about $500 a month extra spending money. And you're like, okay, well, that's easy. That's obtainable. And I was like, yeah, okay, she's just talking. She's just, a marketer. She's trying to push this product or push her service or her business. But I actually signed up, and I want to tell you and tell the world, that within about 10 days, 9 to 10 days, I made $615.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it probably was very little work. And I think once you get your first couple, you kind of get in a rhythm, you know what you're doing. And, it's very easy from there. I know we had, there's a gentleman named Anthony in the group. His first month, he made $2,050. I mean, he just got in there and he really worked it. I mean, and there's been people that have made over $3,000. So it is totally doable. It's just about being consistent, and filling out those questionnaires. I mean, and you're going to get to the point where you're double booking yourself. I mean, you have to be really, really organized, or you are going to double book yourself. So it's been a great thing for me and my family. Of course, I've taught them all how to do it. But I just love helping people. I mean, it's like a secret to me, like a hidden secret. So people probably have heard of surveys or focus groups, but didn't know you could make this much money doing them. So.
And guys, just to let you know, the thing I like about Kim and her course is you're not just signing up and paying the money and you're just out there in the deep water by yourself. She's not just leaving you to drown. She's available. I mean, like I said, she's on Facebook. You could text her through Facebook. You could join, like I said, the Telegram group chat, and she's active in the chat daily. I mean, if I post something and she's responding to it like right away. So you have her hands on. It's like she has this desire to make sure you win. And,
yeah.
That's what I want to say. You have this burning itch to make sure everybody that's in there, one, get your money back that you've invested, plus make more.
Which you can do that in one survey, one focus group.
Exactly. Because the one I just did Monday was $250. And that was 3.5 hours.
Yeah. And it was fun. I know it was fun because I've done
it. It was. I can't wait to get another one just like that. And I did one last Thursday, I believe it was, for 2 hours tasting cheese. $140. I'm like, what?
It's really amazing what they'll pay you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have so many stories of things I've done. I actually got what started out as a $50 web conference call on a product. Came home, did that. Great, I'm gonna get $50. And before I got off the phone, she said, tomorrow we're gonna pick 5 women from across the country for a national commercial. I'm like, okay, right, whatever. They called me that Friday night and told me I was chosen. They flew me out to California for 5 days. We shot the commercial. Now going out there, I thought I was going to be paid $1,200. Okay, that's cool. $1,200. I get a free trip. It ended up being, when I got there, they said $1,900. We signed the contract, and then the gentleman said, actually, you're going to make most of your money off the residuals. I ended up making $28,000 from a $50 focus group.
I know that's right.
It was a great experience. So you just never know. Just never know where it's going to lead to.
And I remember your daughter. I think your daughter was saying that she did one with Apple Watch.
Yes, that's going on now too. They have another one going on now. It's $3,100 for women for 10 months. For 10 months. I mean, it's just amazing. To
wear the watch and test it out and analyze the new features.
Well, it's a little more than that. It's for women, so it's some women's issues, but it's very easy. I mean, you do have to wear it, but it takes like 30 seconds or 60 seconds a day just to fill out the survey. And then they give you $3,100 at the end of the 10 months. So not too bad. Not too bad.
Not at all. Not at all. Let's see. Do any of our viewers have any questions or comments? Just type your questions. Hi, Miss Veronica. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Breezy Bree. Breezy says, Kim is awesome, and so is the group. Thank you, Breezy, for joining us. Eric is now with us. Hey, Eric. Tina Mo. Okay, so let's see if I have any other questions. Now, you said you do was it a text group or something twice a week or something?
A Zoom call. I usually do Tuesday and Thursday. I always plan it for an hour, and we're always on there for pretty much 2 hours. We just get on there, and I just go, person by person to see if they have any questions or if they're having any issues. and we solve everything right then and there. So, I'll keep doing that because I'm getting so many people that are joining weekly that's kind of needed. And then, once we work through those issues, they're fine, and especially once they get their first group, they're on their way. So, and that chat group is really, really a great place to be because, like you said, your questions are answered pretty much immediately. I mean, there's a lady in Dubai that's in there. There's a few people that are out of the country that are making good money doing focus groups. So
I have a friend of mine that's in Jamaica, and he was asking questions, and I had no clue. And then I went into the group and posted the question. I think you referred me to a person that was in Jamaica, who's like the specialist that, because she's there, and she answered all of his questions.
Oh, good. That probably was Melody. That probably was Melody in Dubai. Yeah.
Yes, and she is awesome. I love her. She is great. She's awesome. How do I join the Zoom? Well, that's what Veronica's asking. How do I join the Zoom?
Is she in the course?
No, not yet. So first I guess get it in the course, which is $150.
$150. You'll be enrolled in the course. You take the course, and then all the links will be there for you to get into the Telegram group chat, the private Facebook group, and then I also post there the Zoom information. So I think she was saying too about the $20,000 off a $50 focus group. Yeah, that's not typical, but it happened. I actually had another one too. It was an internet ad for Del Monte vegetables. And they came to my house. There was a food blogger. They had cameras. It was just big to do. And we just made a couple of dishes, and it was something that ended up on their website.
Wow.
And it paid $500 for the day. So
what'd you say?
I've done so many things.
And I also heard that there's one with I think it's a mattress. Like was you told me, or somebody said somebody did one with a mattress where they had to sleep on a mattress for a certain period of time. And
I've had a couple. I had one where they, those mattresses that come like in a box, they're real compact and you open it up and it expands. So I got the mattress and a smartwatch, and I had to sleep on that for 30 days. You got to keep the mattress. And I think that paid like about $600, something crazy like that. I've done sleep studies. I've done a little bit of everything.
Now, do they also do studies or focus groups on like testing out medicines or new medications? Or
they do clinical trials. I don't do that. I'm not going to ingest anything. I'm not going to let you inject anything into me. But those pay really well. There's a lot of things for migraines, lower back pain. When COVID first came out, they were offering big money for people to test out, that vaccine. So there are a lot of medical or clinical trials. That's just not something I do, but they're out there.
Awesome. Okay. Do anyone else have any questions in the comment section? Again, you just go to paidforyoursay.com, just scrolling down the bottom of the screen, and then use the promo code Tony150 to receive a discount, because our course is normally $225 if you don't use the code. But if you go on there and use the code Tony150, it's going to give you $75 off, so you end up paying $150. So you'll be saving using the promo code Tony150.
Yeah, I see Veronica said there's a lot of great opportunities. There really are. And this is great for teens too. I mean, anyone like 15 or 16 and up, there are groups for them. So, it takes a little pressure off the parents sometimes. There are just so many great opportunities. I started my kids out young, of course. So they're kind of experts at it now too. But it was great when they were in high school, for them to make $100 for 2 hours to talk about skateboarding or whatever it is. So
yes, create their own spending money.
And another thing about with the way things are now with COVID is most of them are by Zoom, which is awesome. You don't have to go anywhere. There are a few that are going back to in person, but for the most part, they're on Zoom. So you don't even have to leave your house.
Right.
And with things, seeming like they're getting worse again, I don't see that stopping anytime soon. And it's much cheaper. It's much cheaper that way, because when you're going in person, they're usually feeding you, you've got the building and the rent, and they're always flying a moderator in from somewhere. So I think a lot of them are going to stay virtual. It makes financial sense.
So far, all the ones I've done has been in a Zoom group setting where it was me and multiple people on the screen at once. Only one that I've done was a one-on-one, just me and one other person, and it was like 35 minutes. And that was $50.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat it. The one I did yesterday was an hour, and it was one-on-one. Those are a little more intense because obviously it's just you and that person. But, when it's a group setting, you're not having to talk quite as much. But I find them to be really interesting and fun. So I love it. I'm still addicted to it. So, and you can see the people in the chat, they are too. I mean,
definitely.
It used to be the chat was quiet on the weekends. It's not quiet in there anymore. People.
Veronica wants to know, can you use your cell phone
to fill out the surveys? If that's what you mean. Yes. Yeah, you can fill them out from your cell phone. Now, I do recommend for Zoom having a laptop or at the very least a tablet, just because it's easier. Some of them will let you use your phone, but for the most part, they're going to want you to have a laptop or a tablet to do the Zoom focus groups.
Breezy said it is definitely worth it. There is no punching of a clock. You set a goal for the month, complete the surveys to qualify, and get paid.
Yep.
Amen.
And repeat.
Right? Do it all again. Okay. So is there anything else you would like to share with the viewers before we leave?
I hope that some of your viewers will check it out. I mean, it's a great opportunity to make extra money. Oh, I want to talk about too. For the most part, it's tax-free. There are only a couple of companies that will 1099 you. So, they're going to pay you by electronic gift card, sometimes a physical gift card or a check. And again, there's only 2 companies that will 1099 you. Or if you get into a group like that watch study that's $3,100, they're going to 1099 you because it's, you're getting all that money at once. So, that's another benefit, that it's tax-free money.
That's definitely a benefit. Okay, I like that. I'm very much impressed. What I want to do, I want to reuse this video because a lot of people ask me questions. I can just share this video again and again and again with those individuals.
Perfect. You can always send them over to the website. They can email me, and I'm more than happy to answer their questions. Oh, there's Tasha.
This has been an awesome opportunity. Kimberly has been great. Kimberly has been awesome. Kimberly,
it's not like work to me. I mean, I love it. I've loved it for 30 years, so it doesn't even feel like a job to me to answer questions and help people and get so excited when someone gets their first study, because then I know, they're off and running. So
okay,
it's pretty much my dream job, I'd say. It really is.
I hear that. I just want to remind everybody that's viewing before I leave that the Anthony Brown Show, we've been on vacation for the month of July, and we're returning August the 17th, which is a Tuesday evening. And our first show for the new season will be the reunion. Legacy the Great, one of my co-hosts, he's going to be meeting some of his siblings that he's never met before for the very first time on the show. So definitely tune in to the Anthony Brown Show. And on the Anthony Brown Show, we have the A.T.L show. So we'll be presenting the season premiere show, the reunion, where Legacy meets his siblings, some of his siblings, for the very first time. So you definitely want to tune in for that. And that's that. So other than that, I have nothing else to say. And I just want to thank you, Ms. Kimberly, for taking out of your busy schedule, out of your time to come in and enjoy a moment with us. This 30 minutes has been awesome. Like I said, I want to reuse
the invite. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Anytime, and you're welcome to come back anytime. Thank you for the viewers for your comments, your questions. Ms. Veronica, she's one of my faithful fans. And on that note, I'm going to end this, and thank you all again for coming. Good night, everybody.
Good night.